Alright, how's it going, YouTube? This is NeonKurai with Planet Nerd, and I'm here to talk about a little game called One Finger Death Punch. This was made by an indie studio called Silver Dollar Games. They haven't had a whole lot of success. They've made a couple games in the past, but, well, they're not exactly well known, but I feel like this might be the game that really might put them on people's radar. So, what One Finger Death Punch is basically a sort of like a beat 'em up style game, but I think it was explained best by the description that's actually in the game. It's like DDR or Guitar Hero, but without the music. Yeah, it's sort of kind of a rhythm type of game, but, well, I'll just explain it this way as best as I can. Basically, it's called One Finger Death Punch because you literally only need one finger to play it. You use the left and right mouse buttons, or if you're playing on a controller, the X and B buttons to attack enemies that are coming at you from both sides. And that's about it. I mean, it sounds really simple, and it kinda is, but the challenge comes when you have huge numbers of enemies coming at you at once. And then they throw in stuff like enemies that switch sides, and then you have these little sort of kind of mini boss encounters where you have to put in a specific sequence of buttons within a specific time limit, and yeah, there's just all kinds of stuff. There's also weapons in this game too. You got stuff like swords, you got stabs, you've even got ranged weapons like bows and arrows and kunai knives. And of course you have my personal favorite, the Death Ball, which is sort of like the soccer ball from Mega Man 8, except that it basically just instantly murders anything that it touches. There's also a couple different level types in this game. For example, you have the standard, I believe it's called a brawler level, where you just got guys coming at you from both sides and you just press the buttons. But you also have stuff like the defender levels, where you have to block incoming ranged weapon attacks with the sword. You have the survival levels, where you basically have infinite time limit and you just kill as many enemies as you possibly can. You also have levels where you have only ranged weapons and you gotta keep throwing them at the guys coming at you. And of course you also have the light sword levels, as they call them. We all know what they really are though. As well as the similar nunchaku level, and at the end of both of these levels, there's actually a sort of a mini boss fight. So, honestly, when I first saw and heard about this game, I didn't really think a whole lot of it, because, you know, it's just stick figure fighting. I mean, this isn't exactly the first time we've seen this done, but I think, at least to me, this is the first time that I've seen it done this well. I mean, each level is only, like, maybe a minute, if that, so it's a good game to just kind of play in short bursts like that. And because the levels are so short, you really don't feel like you're penalized all that much when you mess up. And when you do mess up, you actually feel like doing the level over again, because, you know, you got the medals at the end of each level. You can get a gold medal or even a platinum medal if you don't miss any of your attacks. And you also can get a perfect bonus if you don't get hit by any of the enemies. Another really good thing about this game is the fact that it's not afraid to be what it is, and what it is really is kind of an homage to, you know, those classic kung fu movies that we all loved so much. I mean, even the narrator he has such a stereotypical, like, Chinese kung fu master accent when he talks, and it's great. And you get all these cool details, like occasionally you'll get these really cool, like, kill animations, or you'll just, like, get an x-ray view as you break somebody's ribs with your fist, or you'll just, like, toss somebody up in the air and, like, throw your staff on the ground and impale them on it, or you can use your bow and arrow to impale guys to walls and stuff like that, or you can slice somebody's head in half with a sword, and it's just a great game just to look at. I mean, it's not exactly, you know, a AAA game in terms of even the graphics, but it's just so satisfying to see your handiwork in this game where you're just knocking guys through the scenery and stuff like that. Also, there's perks in this game, or I believe they're called skills actually, that you can unlock over the course of the game. They have things like each ranged weapon will give you 3 shots instead of just 1. Every 25 kills your attack range is increased, or every time you get a sword you'll be able to use it for 3 times as long as you normally would, and things like that. It actually adds kind of a cool layer of strategy to it, because you kind of have to figure out what's the best set of skills for, you know, my specific playstyle. This is also, at least to me, it seems, I haven't actually beaten it yet, but it seems like it's something of a lengthy game. From what I understand, there's like something like 250 levels to it, and you have 3 separate difficulty levels. I'm not sure if that means that each difficulty level has those 250 levels, or that means that those 3 put together equal out 250, but either way, there's a lot to this game, and you know, it's such a fun game that I can easily see myself going through every single level, because it's so satisfying. I mean, it's one of those games where the mechanics are so simple, but that really works to its advantage. So, final thoughts. This is a really good game. I mean, it's only like, I want to say like $4 maybe. I got it on sale during the Steam summer sale for like $2.50. I mean, it definitely pick it up. I mean, if you have just like any spare amount of money, just a couple dollars, definitely pick this game up, because it's so simple, it's so addicting, it's fun. It's just, I don't want to call it mindless fun, because there is some strategy and there is some challenge to it, but you know, it's just simple, clean fun, and that's about all there is to it. So this game definitely gets my recommendation. So, thanks for tuning in. Remember to check out the League of YouTube Gamers for more quality YouTube content. Remember to leave a like, a comment, maybe even a subscription if you feel like it. And we will see you guys next time.